guys, welcome back to another episode of 360 Chat. A very, very long time, but anyways. My name's Efe and today I'm joined with a familiar guest from season 2.
Hey guys, it's Ayo again. Hope you guys remember me.
Yeah, you've been too long. Guys, I secretly hates me.
Oh my gosh.
Just so we know.
Guys, don't let Efe lie to you because I never said those words. Efe knows that I love her. In fact, in previous times when I tried to show you my love, you've rejected my love. So don't act like I hate you when you know that I love you, okay?
Anyway, she still hates me.
All
We
right.
were meant to go and make tacos, but we didn't end up.
We're still gonna make tacos, man. It's okay.
She forgot me, you know. In 2 months.
Guys, tell Efe that I love her, please. Efe knows that I love her. The amount of times I've told you that I love you and you said ew or
Yeah, 'cause
leave
that's
you
ill.
alone or alright then.
Yeah, because it is alright then. That
Okay,
situation.
alright then.
But anyways, guys. So, today we are speaking about the realities of uni, being graduates.
Thank God for graduating, man.
Thank God for graduation. We made it.
No, honestly,
We actually made it.
like I always knew we'd make it, but wow.
Knowledge, wow.
But wow.
But wow.
Thank God regardless, because that was a
Thank
struggle.
No, because if it wasn't for God, believe I'd be in the gutter.
And yeah, guys, tell Efe to go home. Nah,
Believe
guys,
I'll be in the gutter.
guys, uni, yeah. Where do you even start?
Where do you even start? No, guys, the essence here of this episode is, as we know this season, faith, purpose, and culture, the culture of uni.
Fam, do you know what, yeah? Uni is like, you know, like you have the way you see uni on TV, yeah? For me personally, I feel like uni was exactly the way that I saw it on TV.
Really?
Yeah, like, well, at least the social life was. Like, to be fair, all the shows and stuff I've seen was always American.
Yeah, I was going to say, we see college. We don't really see uni.
we don't see uni, we see college.
Yeah.
But last, like, I felt like what I saw in terms of college was what I saw in my uni. But with that being said, that's the social life wise. The educational side of things, oh my goodness. Wow. Like, for example, I think I'd say, in terms of teaching, like the teaching in uni was not what I expected.
Really?
Yeah. Because, okay, obviously like the life and, you know, the American side of things that I see on TV was obviously going to be very different to the UK version. But in the shows, you kind of see like teachers like taking an interest in their students. Like there are students who like really got on with their teachers, you know, like they were really taught, like, for example, like, you know, the hall, like the big massive lecture hall that people would sit in. There was like a cinema, like the way like a cinema set up. It was not like that. A lot of times I had classrooms. Like, so I think I had it like once or twice, but a lot of times I had classrooms. And like the work, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of uni you teach yourself. Like a lot of uni I taught myself.
Facts.
Which is why I give thanks to God and myself for passing my course, because I taught myself everything.
Facts.
Honestly.
Facts. You need to literally just cram in. Well, to be honest, I can't really say that with my course, because my course was like that one. You can't, if you cram, you'll fail type thing.
Yeah.
But with the way we had to structure our essays, like I had to teach myself how to do it, because these lot will just be telling you the basics. They'll be saying this is what you need to do. You go and do that, then you'll come out with a third. I'm just like, brother. So what am I gonna do to get at least a 2-1? You don't want to tell me. But then when it comes to multiple choice, that one is cramming. That one you must cram, because the cramming that I did in my multiple choice here, and thank God that was my first and my first ever first. It was for multiple choice. Can you imagine? But uni, you see, for me it's the opposite.
Really?
Like my social life was just in the bin. You know, in third year, but to be fair, third year I was not.
Yeah. Even mine, I can't lie. With me, yeah. Okay, in terms of social life, I'd say first year was my best year in terms of social life. Second year was great, but not as good as first year. Third year was just awful. Like, and that was just like my whole uni experience. My first year, so we spent first year during just after lockdown. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I had the most fun in first year, because a lot of the times, you know, there was still like restrictions and stuff outside, so we had to spend a lot of time within our accommodation. And I don't know about everybody else, but my accommodation, we had fun. Like I made a lot of friends, a lot of lifelong friends during that. I can't lie, I enjoyed my first year. Even learning was online, yeah. But even then, like, it wasn't hard. Do you know what I think a lot of people, well, I don't know about for you, but for me and my course, uni wasn't hard. It was just a lot of like I guess like in an educational sense it wasn't hard. But in terms of like writing essays, making sure you like do enough to get a certain grade and like put enough in your work, that's in that sense it was hard. But the content itself for me wasn't hard. Like I don't know, like obviously we did different courses. Like I did psychology and criminology, and I'm not gonna lie, I learned nothing. In my honest, that sounds bad, but in my honest opinion, I learned nothing. A lot of my work was there. So every module, you'd learn a bunch of content, and at the end, you either meant to write an essay or do a presentation. We never had to sit any tests. So a lot of the times, my assessment was more like I would learn what I needed to learn for my topic question. I wouldn't learn the module as a whole. And I feel like a lot of the times, teachers kind of encourage that. Like they would make sure, they would ask you to focus on the work you were doing that was going to go into your end of module assessment. Like they were not really like they're teaching me the course as a whole, just teaching me the stuff that I would need to learn for my assessment.
A-levels.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like you only learn what you need to know. And I promise you now, if you were to ask me something on my course, like from uni, I promise you, the only thing I can tell you is what I did in my assessment. Yeah. Apart from that, everything else, I don't have a monkey's. Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, like teach, like obviously uni is more of a thing of like, you know, no one's gonna force you to go to your lessons. No one's gonna check if you're absent. No one's gonna argue absent kind of thing. Like you do that, you have your own freedom to do that by yourself. But a lot of the time, when it came to certain things, like. It sounds bad. Not that my lecturers didn't care, but like...
Bro, I feel they actually don't care.
Oh, first.
No, like, you see with lecturers here, I think I only had one lecturer that genuinely cared, and he was my favourite lecturer for a reason. That's the only reason, because he genuinely cared. And I feel like the people, even some seminar leaders don't care. Like, I don't even think I had a seminar leader that genuinely cares, like, how we do type thing. It's just a thing of, oh yeah, just do this. Come to seminar, answer your questions, that's it. Like, they don't seem like they care too tough. Like, not really anyway. Only when it was like smaller modules. So like I had a module and there must have been like 20 of us. Yeah. That was when it was like, okay, you kind of care because it's a smaller class. And this module always does well type thing. But I feel like when it was like modules for the whole course or for the whole cohort, then it's kind of like, it is what it is type thing.
Do you know what's crazy? Yeah, I had module leaders that I never even met.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, I think I had like one module leader, she was a woman. To be fair, she was like a co-module leader, she was teaching about like alongside someone else. But like, I never met her. Bro. Never met. And no, it wasn't even like I wasn't going to my lectures, because I was. But she just, like, she would send us emails, but she was just never, like, she was never teaching us.
That's so bad.
Like there are so many times where like, so I remember like, I think there was one time in around, it was my first year, my first module ever. I had, she was at the head of the department, and she would send us emails, but we never actually met her. Like, you know when you do like online lectures and stuff, and online lessons, but they're doing it like live and like teaching you. But she was just more like, she'd send a PowerPoint, follow along, answer this question, do this for this certain bit and hand this in. Like, I never actually met her. Like, I couldn't spot her, and like, if I walked through uni, I'm sure I walked past her, I just don't know who she is. I don't know who she is.
It actually gets at that.
And I feel like, as a lecture leader, obviously, like, it's not your job to look for, like, obviously in uni, it's not your job to check why your student is absent, check why they're not doing certain things, because at the end of the year in uni, everything's up to you at that point. But I feel like they could have taken a bit more care, like, in terms of, like, oh, you know, you have students who are clearly struggling in this, like, for example, I was someone who, my first year, my first module, I was someone who did the work. I did the work, but at a point I wasn't really understanding.
Yeah.
I would reach out to her, but she wouldn't, like, she'd respond, but she wouldn't respond in, like, she wanted to help me.
Yeah.
She'll just lead me to a, like, she'll just give me a link, to follow the link.
Yeah.
And just, like, I'm someone who likes to build relationships with my teachers because that way I know them, like, if I have a relationship with someone, they're gonna want to push the extra mile to help me. She wasn't that kind of person. Bro. No matter how much I'd try. She even had a little message at the end of all her emails talking something about how if she came across rude in her emails, she apologises. Which I get, you know, fair enough. But, like, you know, like, why? But why do you come across rude in the first place?
Change your ways.
Like, how do you have, like, do you know how many complaints or warnings about the way you speak you have to have in order to have that message at the end of your emails? If you come across rude in your emails, I apologise. It's like you can't, like, she can't portray the way she speaks, so that he can't portray tone for an email. It's just the way you speak, but still, like, there's a certain way. There's a certain way,
like, you type an email when it comes across.
Like, why become a teacher or a lecturer if you don't necessarily care about your students?
Bro, most of them are just there for their research.
Yeah, honestly. Which, like, obviously I get we're in a society where people serve themselves. And I'm not gonna lie, you have to, but, you know,
this is my age. Like, do you know what it is? I'm actually paying for this. Like, fair enough if it was free, but I'm actually paying for this, so don't take the piss. Type thing. And I think that's, like, something that I've realised was that, like, they take the piss. The strikes. Oh.
Do you know what? I was never like not a victim of strikes, but I never had, like, experienced strikes in my uni.
Bro, we had strikes.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
And obviously because I did law, those lawyers, bro, they are fighting for their rights, bro. Civil rights.
Someone has to.
Bro. But it's kind of like, that's affecting me type thing. Like, do you know what it is? It's when they don't tell us that they're going on strike. So I will wake up. That's what I did. It wasn't even 10 a.m. for 2 hours. And you don't want to tell me that you're not coming in. Is everything that gets?
That's crazy, I'm not going to lie. Do you know, I think that's so disrespectful.
Bro.
Because that doesn't just affect you, that affects, like, some people are actually, like, you forget, one thing I think that people forget about uni is that we're not just, like 18-year-olds. Some people are actually, like, parents.
Yeah, I had an uncle in my class.
Yeah. Like, I remember there was one time in my class, like, I think, so we had a lecturer one time, I think in my third year, and I'm not gonna lie, he was very strict, but in the sense of, like, if you, obviously, but it was, like, it made sense, like, don't go on your phones during my lectures, don't talk during my lectures, he's not gonna tolerate, like, certain type of work that you hand in, which I get, but one of the rules he had was, like, you can't be on your phone at all, and I think obviously like that's respectful, I get, but, you know, you're in a class where some of your peers are mothers who have children. Like, of course, there's gonna be situations where, you know, like, they're gonna be on their phones. Like, I think one of his rules was, like, if you're more than 10 minutes late or something, you can't come into the lecture hall. Which I get to a degree, but, like, for example, there was one mother had in my class, and she has to drop her kids off before coming into uni. And sometimes, like, uni started really early, or, like, we had lectures like 5 p.m. Like, people can't take care of their kids or can't come to cover for their kids sometimes, which is hard. But, like, I just feel like, you know, like,
take it easy.
Yeah, like, some people have, like, circumstances where they can't make it on time, but the fact that they're even coming in, like, at least, like,
do you get?
Yeah, at least, like, let them in. Like, some people actually just can't.
That's just so extra.
Yeah, like
that's so extra, because we had people that would come in like 10 minutes before the lecture even ended, and they're still allowed in. Even though if I was a lecturer, I'd kick you out if you're coming in 10 minutes before the lecture ended.
Yeah,
we didn't.
But at the same time, it's like, if you have a certain reason, if you had, like, a childcare reason, I think I saw
a childcare reason, fairs, but it's kind of like, if it was just coming in for coming in's sake and to ask me for the attendance code at the end and having a laugh. Because someone did that, you know. Like, after I think it was a seminar, she was like 15 minutes late or something. No, she came in 15 minutes before we had to finish. Maybe even less than that. And then she tried to ask for the attendance code afterwards. It was kind of like, you weren't even in attendance.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's disrespectful.
Literally, my seminar leader was just like, no. She was just like, she's Canadian. She was just like, no. She was just like, you're 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes. No, this isn't acceptable. I was like, this.
No, I can't lie. That was
insane. But she tried to say like the trains and stuff like that. But I was just like, bro, I got the train. That I was even 10 minutes early.
Sorry. But yeah.
I don't know.
One thing so back to the topic question, I guess. One thing I would say that I didn't expect in uni is the level of teaching. Like, I'm trying to say, but it was shoddy. It was shoddy. Everything that I learned, I taught myself.
Yeah.
It kind of gets to a point. I think I realized my second year that as much as, you know, lecture leaders will tell you from the jump that they're not here to baby you, they're not your parents, they're not going to force you to come into class, whatever. Even then, they just didn't really care as much, and I kind of had to learn a lot of that for myself. I had to do a lot of that for myself, and I can't lie, it was a bit like, uni's scary. Like, it's a lot of the times you're you're new to this. Like, you've gone, like, for example, like in my case, I've gone home, come from London, I'm by myself in a new city, I'm currently doing something that's going to help me get a career. There's a lot of things that they teach you in school, you know, that you have to learn for yourself during uni, and a lot of guidance would have helped. Like, a lot of stuff, like, a lot of care would have, like, I can't lie, I feel like if my lecturers cared a lot of people would have gotten better grades. But I feel like once your teachers don't care, then you don't care.
Facts.
And that's with a lot of people. Like, you kind of realise they don't even care about my work. So, like, kind of, obviously that's a bad mentality to have, but if someone who is teaching you clearly doesn't care, you're not going to care yourself. You're not going to care yourself.
Facts.
Nah, man.
Literally facts. But I don't know. I can't lie. I feel like my experience was kind of different. Like, with the education. That's what I'm saying. I feel like we had opposite experiences.
Yeah.
Like, because with my educational side, the teaching was, like, I wouldn't say it was top notch, but it wasn't bad. Like, obviously you have some lecturers that are just really lazy, and I feel like whatever uni you go to, even if you go to like a top uni, you'll have lecturers that are just quite lazy, because, like, at the end of the day, they're just there for their research. And, like, I had like maybe a couple like that, but then I had some that were like quite engaging and stuff like that. So I'd say the teaching side for me was alright. Like, it wasn't alright. I wouldn't say it was good. I'll just say like it was alright. Like, but then, yeah, so with them, some of them cared, but some of them didn't. And the ones that cared, they reflected in my grades. So, like, I agree with what you're saying. Like, it reflected in my grades because I was more interested in the course. If you don't care about your own thing that you're teaching, brother, how do you expect me to be interested, please?
Fam, I remember there was what, so I think I got a first at the end of one of my chronology modules in second year, but it's because I like the teacher. Like, he cared. Like, he gave a damn about what we did. Like, there were times, like, he'd give, like, extra support to those who needed it. If you came to him with, like, a certain reason that's why you couldn't meet the deadline, he'd extend it for you. Like, he genuinely cared. Like, he'd come to class and he wasn't reading off a PowerPoint. Like, he had a PowerPoint up, but, like, it wasn't people like, here's a PowerPoint, follow along and do that. Like, he'd get us involved.
Yeah.
Like, well, not just like, he asked us a question and people respond, but, like, he would take certain viewpoints about what people had to say about our course. He'd ask people, like, what's your view? And then he'd kind of, like, he was genuinely teaching us. Like, he genuinely cared, and that's why I got off first, because I genuinely thought, do you know what, nah, he's done so much to help me learn what we're doing. I'm gonna show that in my work that I've actually been listening.
Yeah.
And I got off first. The only first time I got criminology, by the way, other teachers that I had were giving me PowerPoints. And one thing that they do is they give you so much content to the point that it's hard to retain all of it. And, like, sometimes it's a whole bunch of nothing. Like, a lot of my there was one time.
Let's go through it.
There was one time in third year. I'm not gonna lie. This lecture I stopped showing up to it because of this particular lesson. So the lesson was, we were talking about what were we talking about? We were talking about social media and the impact it had. And he did like a world map. And he did a world map comparing different countries to different social media. So, like, it'd be like Russia, but instead of it being labelled as Russia on the world map, we labelled it as Instagram. Or, like, England would be labelled as like Snapchat. Like there was no correlation. Like, it just, like, honestly, I promise you, the whole lecture, people who usually had something to say had nothing to say because it was so confusing. Like, what? No, like, what? Like, what? Like, I think I left, like, halfway through. And then, you know what, he even, like, so I was halfway through, and then I have a friend who does the same course as me. She had the same lecture the next day. She sat to do the exact same lecture, and it ended with Kahoot. Kahoot on what? We learned nothing in that lecture.
I've not used Kahoot since sixth form.
I'm not used to Kahoot since second. Year 11 science. You know when the lesson gets boring and we've done the content, they think, oh, let's do a game for Kahoot. That's what it was for.
Yeah.
Why is Kahoot my lesson in uni? After that, I never went back. I'm so sorry. I never went back. I'm paying 9. Uni is not worth 9k. Tell you that right now. It's not worth 9k.
That's the reality.
That's the reality. It is not worth that.
It's not worth 9k per year, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not even 9k for 3 years. 9k per year.
It is not worth that.
Not like. I think it's when I got to second year, I was just like, brother, why am I here? Like, why am I paying this much money?
The level of teaching in A levels was better than the level of teaching in uni, and
it was free.
Exactly, it was free. I went to a state school. It was free. It was free. And I'm paying 9k in uni to either have lectures cancelled. Teachers would leave halfway through the lesson.
Bruh.
Teachers would sit down halfway through the lesson, or they tell you to get into groups and do group work. Group work. Oh my gosh, guys! I had group work as one of my end of uni assessments. As in, this was the assessment that was going to help me determine my graduate grade. I was doing group work.
Bro.
Group work. At my reception.
But we had that in second year.
Group work in third year.
Group work in third year is mad though. In second year first, because second year is like what, 25%?
Exactly.
But in third year,
group work. Like, are we? Come on now, you're just being lazy. You don't even care anymore. Come on now. Group work.
I got blessed in my group, luckily. But
must be nice. There were meant to be 5 people in our group, but it ended with 3. One of the girls even came to us at the last minute. I think like a week before we went to present our assessment, talking about, can I join the group? No, you can't join the group. We've made our PowerPoints. We've done the research. We've come to our practice debate lessons. You are not going to join the group. And I sent her an email. I'm so sorry, you're not joining the group. How can you? And the thing is, we since, keep in mind, yeah, this is 2 months beforehand when you start the module. We're messaging you for like almost 2 months straight, asking you where you are, why you haven't come to lessons, this is our topic, this is what we're doing. Do you want to add to it? You don't respond to anything. A week before, you don't want to come and be like, oh, can I join the group? No. If I must have an email, I was like, no, you can't join the group. Sorry, because we've done all the work. You can't join in halfway through and change everything, mess everything up, mess the order. Talking about, oh, it's not fair, it's going to affect her grade. Tough. But I can't.
What happened to her?
No, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't know. But the funniest thing was that I was so happy about was the fact that they didn't grade us as a group. They graded us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they graded us individually.
So what's the point?
To be fair, we all got the same grade, but they graded us individually, which is why I was fine at the end. But I found that out later on after they told her no. But I promise you, if she had joined the group, she would have gotten a third, maybe even a fail, because you can't join. You know nothing about what we're doing. You were never in none of the classes. I never saw you in any of the classes either. As in, everyone would tap their name on the thing and your name did not show up. You didn't join anything. So there was no way you're joining our group. Sorry, absolutely not.
That's crazy.
But yeah, guys, teaching is not worth 9k. The teaching itself in uni was, I'm not gonna lie, in my uni was abysmal. It was atrocious.
I feel like that's just uni though.
Yeah.
Like, you're teaching yourself.
Yeah.
Majority of it.
But yeah.
Like, obviously they'll give you the content, but it's kind of like, to actually understand it, you have to do that yourself. Bro,
yeah.
I was doing night shifts in the library. Bro, night shift in the library. Like, when I had a lecture, library afterwards.
Yes, I can't lie. Me and Efe lived together, and Efe was in the library majority of the week.
It's actually
like, honestly, she'd be in uni for the whole day. I would wake up, she'd be gone, and I'd come and be ready to go back to bed, and she would come back. Like, Efe was gone the whole time, and this was like throughout the week. Even sometimes on the weekends, she'd be in, like.
During exam season, I was actually like. During exam season, I was there on the weekend sometimes. Sometimes even like after church. Like,
I remember one time, I think I finished work at like 10. I went straight to the library.
I remember
finish up that assessment. That was the day. That was my last assessment. I completed uni. 3 a.m. I was done, and I came home. Nah, guys, uni, yeah.
Uni for real. I think that's another thing. Like, one thing about me, yeah, like when it comes to like school and stuff, I'll try my hardest, but during the A-levels, I think, actually no, let me not even come and lie, because GCSEs I did not try my hardest, but A-levels I actually tried, even though we didn't sit it, like my whole time that we were in like sixth form, I was like, nah, like I need to get into this uni, I need to get this grade and stuff like that. So from like year 12, I was working so hard, and I was like, okay, cool. I saw the benefits at the end. I got into the uni. I tried to do the same. Well, I did the same when I got to uni. I was like, okay, cool. I'll try my hardest. I want to come out of this grade. So let's get. Let's get to getting. Do you know what I mean?
Amen.
But God willing, I got the grade. But that was, guys. Oh my God. With the way I was working, I should have even got higher than that grade, because I was just like, brother. I was slaving away to the system. Nah. I should have gotten a higher grade than that, but that's one thing I realised. Sometimes your hardest just isn't enough in uni.
Like, nah, genuinely, guys.
Facts.
Let me say this right now. In my whole 21 years of life, I have never worked so hard on anything than my dissertation.
Bro.
My dissertation.
I worked.
Guys, honestly, like, GCSEs, A-levels, I didn't even say my A-levels, but fair enough. I mean, I worked hard, but I definitely could have worked harder. Guys, you know when you do something, yeah, and you work hard, and you think, do you know what, I could have done more. Like, after you submit it, like, I could have done more, I could have done this, could have done that. There was nothing I could have done more in my dissertation. I did everything, okay? I slaved away. And, guys, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be completely raw with you guys. The grade I got, when I saw it, I burst into tears. I honestly burst into tears, because I just thought, there's no way. Guys, so basically my dissertation was on the effects that black people went through with the NHS, and how the NHS treated people of colour. That was mine, and it was a topic close to my heart. I did everything. I did interviews, I did research, I spoke to professionals, people who had real life experience, and honestly, everything's not in the head. I wish you could see, because I did everything. Oh, you can see, yeah. I did everything for the dissertation, and the grade I got, honestly, I didn't believe it. I was even going to email my supervisor and be like, what is this? What is this crap grade that you gave me? Because there's no way, guys. After that, I just kind of realised, for me personally, I just feel like, you know what, bun this. I can't lie, sorry, I give up.
For real.
Like, I actually give up, guys. Nah, uni. Nah, man. And one piece of advice I give to everyone who's doing a dissertation: start from September. The moment they've announced you're doing a dissertation, start then. Make your plans, figure out what you want to do, get your data, everything. That's what I did. From November, I started my dissertation. Like, I started from November to April, I did my dissertation. But guys, please do everything you can. Read back. To the point that I even gave my dissertation to one of my friends who had done the dissertation before me, that she'd done uni, graduate, everything. And she honestly was like, that's so good. And she even gave it to one of her old lecture teachers in her old uni. And she was just like, oh, this is something I grabbed offline. She didn't want to say like it was from me, but her lecturer was like, this is a really good piece of work. Like, where did you get it? And that gave me so much hope for my grade. Just me to see my grade. She said, guys,
I feel it.
Fam.
I feel it.
But yeah, the teaching in uni was really something. That's honestly, that's what I've got to say. Just be prepared to do everything for yourself. Go to lectures, don't get me wrong, go to lectures, but be prepared to do a lot of things for yourself.
This is kind of bad advice, but sometimes you don't even need to go to a lecture, bro.
Yeah, I can't.
If they record it, you actually don't really have to be there.
A lot of time I went to uni, I went for my attendance.
Yeah.
In
fact, yeah. Go for
I went for attendance.
Good. That's how you'll be getting emails. Ayo and I, like, that's the only reason. But other than that, I think my priority was seminars, because seminars is more like one-to-one, is more so like interactive and stuff like that. So I didn't actually expect to get that much out of my seminars when I first started uni. But yeah, seminars, I'll say they're more important than your lectures still, because you can actually watch your lectures at home, I'm not gonna lie, after they record it.
Yeah. One thing I just want to touch on, aside from teaching, is like the social life in uni as well. I was lucky to have friends that came with me from London. So FA was a friend that I had from London, and another friend that I had as well. She was someone who I had from, her name was Emanuela. She was someone else who I had from London as well. I think from like the first couple months when I first got to uni, I didn't hang out with anybody but those two.
No facts.
No, honestly, if you called me outside of them two, and if them two weren't available, I was in my room.
Facts.
Guys, uni can be a very lonely place. It can always be a very lonely place. And lucky for me, I made a lot of friends because I met my best friend in uni, and through her, I made a lot of friends in uni. I'm not gonna. I had a weird of a time in terms of social life, but guys, please manage your money. Student finance, student college jobs.
Don't go and get a goose, bro.
Don't go Selfridges. Don't do this. Don't do that. Please, like honestly, because I can't lie. Like I was one of them people who I didn't know how to manage my money when I first got my first amount. I should have learned in like my.
I was money management was so poor.
It was poor. It was
so
piss poor. And honestly, now looking back, I can't tell you where it went,
bro.
I can't. Apart from paying the rent that I need to pay for my accommodation, I can't tell where the money went,
bro.
Like, so like I bought designer stuff. I was just spending it on crap. Guys, please learn to cook. Take away every time. It racks up. If I took back all the money that I spent on takeaway in uni,
well, you know now, bro, everything's so expensive. You may as well just get that takeaway. Not gonna lie. Do you know it got to a point where getting pizza was cheaper than getting groceries?
Yeah, guys, Aldi's your best friend. Aldi, Lidl. If you think you're a Tesco as a babe now, you better get used to spending that money in Lidl and Aldi. Because even then, them two are expensive. And there was one time in third year, I think I went to Aldi to get groceries. The FA was in London around this time, so it was around like Christmas time. I went to get groceries. Guys, £75.
I remember you telling me this.
And I didn't even get everything that I needed.
I remember you saying that. I was like, what? I literally saw, and I was like, oh, what the hell?
Do you know what? Yeah, I got to the till thinking I have to spend like £40. When £75 came up, I had to hold my tongue and tap my card. Because, guys, I was shocked.
You know them ones when they like, thank you.
Yeah,
but in your heart, you're burning.
Your chest is hurting. Guys, I would have collapsed on that floor. If not for pride, I just carry my bags and I walk down and go into my cab. Guys, learn to take the bus as well. Please, learn to grab that bus. I'm so upset that I waited until third year to learn how to walk places and learn the bus. Because the amount of money I spent on cab in uni, crazy. Facts. I could have bought a car by now.
No facts. I think the only time that I was getting cab was when I was coming back from when it was like second year and first year when I was coming back from Mills or Emanuela's, or I was coming back from like Penta and it was like really late. But even sometimes with Penta, you don't think I'm getting the train.
You're even good,
I'm getting the train. No, because like cab. One thing about me, I hate spending money on cab. I hate it. Like I honestly hate it because it's kind of like, why?
Do you know what? Yeah, I can't lie though. In second year, I spent a lot of money on getting cab to uni if I had the money. But I can't. My cab to uni was like back then, like Ola, it was like £3 to get cab from my accommodation to uni. I just thought, nah, £3 that's nothing. £3 back, that's £6. Now when I go to my friend's house, that's like £5. Now it's £11. Then it's £13. Then it's £20. And now next thing you know, you spent £5 a day on cab.
Bro,
and I could have walked all of these places, you know.
Even if you get the bus in the Midlands, £4 for a day ticket.
Everything is just expensive.
£4 for that. You can hop on as many buses as you like. Like if I was going to uni and say after uni I was going to like someone's house, you don't think I'm grabbing that day ticket? I can get on 8 buses in a day if I like. I've saved myself.
I can't. I was grabbing cab places.
No, I can't. Even like here, like back in London, I don't get cab, and I live in Essex, bro. So I don't get cab. But I think because of where I live, I've learnt to walk everywhere and I've learnt to take bus everywhere. But no, in the Midlands it was tempting because it was cheap.
Yeah, it's not like London.
It was cheap. I can't lie. Like sometimes I could get to uni and I will pay like £4.
Yeah, like. But
it was. My uni was in Selly, and we lived in City. So sometimes it could be like £4.
Yeah, that's true.
Normally it's like £9.
I remember one time in uni, in first year, I was going to see FA in Selly Oak. I think the cab was like £28.
What?
Well, one time it was £28. You know, I paid that. I could have got a train for like 2 stops and then walk the rest of the way. I think one of the first ones I came to.
You could have even got the train for free.
For free.
Because there's no barriers in Selly.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think even then, even if I had to pay, it was like £1.50. but yet I paid that £28 to sell it.
Ayo, that is so silly. I didn't know that. Why would you do that?
Because it was first year and I thought I was a rich girl.
You were rich.
I thought I was up, rich girl, money to spend, dashing it everywhere. No.
That could take you to flipping Wolverhampton.
Guys.
Actually, that's a lie, maybe not.
£28 on cab was ridiculous. You think I could spend £28 on cab in this day and age?
No.
Unless I'm coming back from somewhere late. That's the only time.
Okay, let's convert that to London. That's like from our area to like West Ham.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's mad.
Guys, another a reality of uni, please, money is, you can't spend your money willy-nilly. You actually can't. Please be mindful of the way you spend your money, because you realise next minute it's gone like to get a job and nobody wants to hire you.
Because even if you, like, I feel like for me, I thought because I got max, it was like enough.
Yeah. No flipping way.
I thought, yeah, because I get max, it's calm. Even because my siblings were like, oh, you got max, it's calm. No. It wasn't honestly enough. That's why like everyone that said that, oh yeah, I got 4K, I was just like, you lot are God's strongest soldiers.
Honestly. Because some of you even me, I'm not gonna lie, me, I still had to work. So I can't imagine how some people with like 4K had to do it sometimes.
Literally, I think I started working in second year. I was just like, brother, this is a lot. Even in first year, I don't know how I did it because I didn't work in first year.
I didn't work in first year either. So you can, my parents sent me money a lot of the time.
Yeah. I got sent money quite a bit in first year.
Guys, I can't. The amount of money that I spent and racked up in uni, if I had that money now, I could put down a payment for a house.
In my hand.
For a house. I remember there was one time, I think like, so you know towards the end of like your last year of uni, they give you like the most money in like your SFE. And I think I had about 1K left over. And I remember my dad was like, I want to see that 1K in your savings when you get back home. Guys, I blew that 1K in a week.
In a week?
Ayo. And I can't, in first year, my money management was piss poor. I can't tell you where that money went. Honestly, I really can't. Like, my money, like, I'm embarrassed to say this, but my money management was so bad. 1K, okay, maybe not a week, maybe like 2 weeks or something, but I blew 1K.
That's still mad.
Does you know how crazy to blow one? You think I could blow 1K in a week now? There's no way. I don't know, honestly, I don't know how I did. And I was a friend was like, if I have that money, yeah, I would buy you something and be like, nah, you don't even have to pay me back. You can keep that.
I give a heck.
What's that?
I give a heck.
If I have to,
unless it's like £1, £2, can't. But if you owe me £10, run it. And I don't care. This is even another thing. I don't care, yeah, if what's it called? That whole conversation of, oh, why would you ask your friend for £10 back? Because no.
Sorry, I'm asking for that back.
It's £20 coming out of my account.
You're paying that back.
I don't give a heck.
I can't lie. Sorry, you think I'm not Dangote's daughter. Please, I don't have money to spend like that. In uni, like, everything is expensive. Oh, guys, please. One thing I would say is, please, like, stay within accommodations or a studio. Me and FA got an apartment. I'm not gonna lie, I love their apartment, but they shagged us. Centric Homes, whatever your building's names. I'm coming for you. You did me dirty, and I'm coming for you. Watch out. Sleep with one eye open. I'm coming for you. Those stupid, dusty, crusty people that just want to take. Because they're students, you think we're little girls don't know anything. I'm coming for you.
Guys, we went back and forth. Basically, like, our electric went out, yeah. And
4 days!
We didn't have electricity, hot water for 4 days. Yeah.
As in, the good what's it my mum made me? The good stew my mum made me in that fridge went off.
Yeah.
That jollof rice she made me off. These were big containers, you know. Couldn't keep it. Had to chuck it away afterwards.
Bro. Nothing, like, and what's it called? We were trying to get through to them for 3 days, and then they got someone to come and look at it, and he was just like, oh, you need to top up the meter. I was thinking, how does that even make sense? And then I think I wasn't home at that time. It was Ayo that was home. And I was just like, I told Ayo, I said, tell him that is not our meter. Yeah, because it wasn't our meter.
We don't do pay as you go. We do we pay like every couple of months when we get a bill. We don't do top it up every time. Everyone's like, that wasn't our meter. And I told the guy, that's not our meter. Because even one of the guys who even worked within the building, the maintenance guy, he told us there's been issues where
people have come and said that their meters aren't.
They've been assigned the wrong meters to their apartment, and I told the guy that he's like, "No, you're wrong. Just top it up, guys." He was there for more than no more than like 2 minutes. We were going back and forth like, "That's not our meter." Yes, it is. Top it up, but it's not though. Even as he was there, FA topped it up, and even then, it's still nothing happened. And then he just left. And then, guys,
Tried to charge him
£100 because he came out. The man didn't do nothing, and I told him what the issue
was our responsibility. I was just like, how can it be our responsibility when we don't even know, like,
and keep in mind,
that's the wrong meter.
Keep in mind, we don't have access to our meter either. Yeah. They keep it locked in a storage, and only the maintenance guy, he's not constantly there. He doesn't live within the building. He comes when he's working.
And he leaves at 3 o'clock.
Exactly. So let's say come like 4 or 5. I come home from work now, and I need to access the meter. I can't. Yeah. I have to wait for the guy when he's next on to do maintenance in the building.
Yeah.
So and they're trying to blame us that we didn't check our meter. We don't have access to the meter.
I didn't even know that the meter was there until that happened.
Exactly.
So then I was like, so then we had to call our, what do you call those people now? We had to call our electric people. Even they're silly as well. So then they had to send someone out, and guys, they had to change the meter.
Exactly.
Change it. How is that our responsibility if we don't even know? Why are you assigning the wrong meter anyway?
Exactly. You think I know how to change a meter?
Bro.
I'm just a girl.
Bro.
I'm just a girl living in uni.
I know we say women in tech, but brother.
At this point, I'm just a girl, please.
I'm actually just a girl. So then they tried to charge us £100 for that. And then we were still going back and forth with them up until we had to get our deposit back. And I think we got it down to like half. So we ended up paying half, which was still like stupid anyway.
Shouldn't have paid that.
And then on top of that, like, we had to pay like almost £500 for cleaning.
Yeah, guys.
Out of our deposit.
Me and FA, how much did we put down for a deposit? I think we put down.
I think it was like 1.4.
Yeah, we put down £516 each. Well, that's how much I put down for my deposit.
Oh yeah, it was like 1.1.
Yeah,
essentially.
So keep in mind, our whole deposit is like 1 point something. Do you know how much we got back at the end?
But we got under £300.
Under £300 from 1.1. And you sent me that all that went to cleaning. Me and FA are Nigerian girls. We are old enough, we know how to clean. One thing we have to do, we can clean for England. What did you spend £500 on cleaning for?
Bro. But yeah, I did say in the picture, I was just like, I understand some of it.
Yeah.
But the other parts of it, I really don't understand.
£500 for what? Like, they charge us £50 £25 to clean our stovetop.
Yeah. Or
something. The stovetop is probably about the same area as a tray. £25 to clean what? You spray a bit of Windex, wipe it down, and it takes less than 5 seconds to clean that thing, and you charge us £25.
Like,
is everything alright at home?
That's the thing with like, I would say like, if you're so quick to live in an apartment, I would just say like, bro, just go to a studio.
Yeah, honestly.
Or like just firm doing, what's it called, a shared kitchen or something.
Yeah, like.
Because not gonna lie, even now apartments are becoming so expensive to the point where comms are becoming cheaper. That's the only reason why I moved out of my comm, because at the time my apartment was cheaper. Yeah. So
even now our apartment, like, our rent has gone up. Thank God we moved out before.
We were paying a month. We were paying £895.
Now it's gone up to like
1.2.
Yeah, like, that's ridiculous. And nothing's changed in that building, by the way. There's nothing that's improved for you to up the rent that much.
1.2. I was like, bro, I sent it to Ayo. I was like, these people are crooks. And like, one of my friend's sisters, she was meant to like move in, but I was like, no, you don't want to move in now. This rent has gone up, so I hope you're okay. But no, whoever lives there, sorry to you, man. Mm-hmm. And we actually, it's not as if like we took the piss with that apartment. We actually looked after that apartment. Like, we clean it and stuff like that. Like, we'd always clean up our bathroom. Like, we weren't taking the piss type thing, but yeah. Like,
some of the stuff they charge us for, I get it. I can't lie, I get it. Like, we knew we were going to be charged for some stuff.
Yeah, like broken, like, the freezer.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
But like, the amount they charged us was like, nah.
For us to get like 300 and something back.
From over 1k.
Ridiculous.
Crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Even, imagine, I put on my private story yesterday, I was like, people out in uni, like, basically, what did you expect that didn't happen?
Oh, yeah.
The amount of people that said find the love of their life. Me as well, I thought that. I can't lie to you. I actually thought, I was like, yeah, when I go to uni, I'll find my husband. Not gonna lie, when I went to uni, initially, I was in a relationship. But then I was like, okay, cool. We're not together anymore. I can still find my husband. But then, I'm not even gonna lie, that's actually quite a big lie, because I said after that relationship, bro, this is just uni from now on. But when I was in like year 12, I was just like, yeah, I found my husband in uni. Yeah. I found my husband in uni. When I'm 19, I found my husband in uni. That's what everyone was thinking. And I was just like, bro, Don't be fooled. Like, when people say, oh yeah, what did they say again? Uni's Love Island. As someone said yesterday, we were ducks on a different island.
I'm using that.
Bro.
Nah,
I
guys.
was saying that, bro. Ducks on a different island.
Nah. I can't lie, yeah. With me, I was very, so I met my boyfriend in uni. I can't lie. Things going well, you know? Can't lie. Great. But one thing I would say is that please don't have that mentality when you get to uni. Like, I was, like, obviously, like, with me, yeah, I was, when I first started uni, yeah, I wanted nothing. Not one thing to do with a man. I didn't even want nothing. I didn't want a damn thing. And then this big-headed fool came into my life and now look at where we are. Nah, anyways, we're not going to get into that. But anyways.
I still.
Yeah.
But even like, nah. 100%, don't come to uni thinking you're going to find a husband.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not guaranteed. And I can't lie, as the ages are getting, like, as we're going down and down in the ages and stuff like that, you lot are finished, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
yeah.
The generations below us, they're a bit done at it, so don't even go in expecting nothing. Like,
yeah, like I was like, I was very lucky to be with my boyfriend in uni, and luckily he's a sensible person. But I'm not gonna lie, a lot of uni boys you meet are not like that.
They're not. A
lot of them are very stupid, very senseless. Don't have manners, don't have sense, don't have home training, don't expect anything but smart whip and dreams from those silly boys.
Especially in first, if you think you're gonna find a husband in first year,
you're mad.
Not.
You're
Good
crazy.
Luck. I mean, we're not saying it's impossible.
It's not impossible, but good luck. And please be mindful, guys. A lot of guys just, you know what a lot of men want anyways. Men are crazy.
But yeah, even another thing, the whole, I guess you said that you made a lot of friends, but the whole Nella Rose type friendship group.
Oh, guys. You make a lot of friends, you lose a lot more friends.
Yeah. To be fair, like Ayo, I came in like with friends from London. So even in first year, if I wasn't with you lot, Desiree, I lived in her room, mate. Carissa, I was in her room. And then I made friends with Shalom. You guys have seen her. I made friends with Shalom. But even she was such a social butterfly that I barely saw her as well. So I would say, like, I didn't make solid, and obviously I had I had some friends from secondary school, like 2 friends from secondary school, but even them, I didn't get proper close to them until like 3rd year.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I met the people in Pence I was like, yeah, these are a solid bunch. But before then, like in 2nd year, I think I made like 1 or 2 friends on my course. That was it.
One thing I would say is, if you make a lot of friends, don't expect that these friends are always going to be in your life. Like, be prepared to lose a lot of friends in uni, because it happens. Like, people change, and and I'm not going to lie, this is not with everyone, but sometimes you meet people who have different motives behind their friendships with you. So don't always expect the best out of people. That's one thing that I think I shouldn't have done. Is that one thing about me is I like being optimistic. I like looking for the good in people. That will get you nowhere. If I'm being realistic, it's good to be a good person. It's good to have a lot of different people, but don't pick too much different people because you will get hurt. But with me, I was lucky enough to have a solid group of friends, and we had a lot of fun throughout 3 years. Like, there's friends like, for example, like the 2 friends, so my best friend and my other friend Grace, the 2 friends that I made, those are the first 2 friends that I made within uni, and to this day, they are still the 2 friends that I still speak to, that I'm closest to. But don't get me wrong, I made a lot of friends that I am still very, very close with now. But a lot of friends that I thought, yeah, we're going to be friends for life, but this is it, we are no longer friends. I don't text none of you, don't like none of them. Fairs. Like, not to say all my friends, I still have a lot of good friends from uni, but some friends that I did make, like, sorry, I wish I didn't make them. Sounds crazy, but it's true.
I hear it.
Please be prepared when you go to uni. Don't change who you are to make a lot of friends. And a lot of people think that it's good to rebrand yourself, but don't become a whole different person, because you attract a very weird type of friends. Yeah. A lot of type of friends. And if you're someone who wasn't very social in like A-level, like during A-levels in secondary school, like when you were back at home, please don't come to uni and try to become a whole new person, because it doesn't work. Yeah. Like, I know a lot of people who try to rebrand themselves in uni in the complete wrong way, and it just not worked out for them. Now they're neeks. Now they just look like people who try too hard. Like, don't try too hard. please continue to stick with who you are before and keep the same morals and the same values that you have, because that's the only thing that will really get you through uni. Once you start to change for people, act brand new, act different, then it doesn't work. Yeah, don't change for guys as well, please. I beg. These guys, a lot of them don't care about you. That, please.
Because honestly, like, do you know what it is, yeah? It was when I got to second year, I was just like, nah. Yeah, I came uni for some sort of experience, but at the end of the day, no, it was even first year, I was just like, I'm actually paying for this shit. So I need to actually put my head down and forget all these people, because it's not going to be these people walking on stage with me when I collect my diploma. It's not going to be them, it's just me by myself. And at the end of the day, like I said, like, some friends aren't forever in uni.
Yeah.
Like, I would say there's one solid friend that I made was Shalom. Like, in the nicest way, anyone else that's watching, but like, to the point where whenever I speak about uni friends, Shalom doesn't come to my head.
Yeah, she's like a
she's just a friend type thing. Like, she's not like a uni friend type thing. She's just my friend. Like, but everyone else, obviously there's love there, but it's kind of like, I won't go out. I won't go slug lettuce with you. I'm not gonna do that. I won't go for a roast. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not gonna do that.
There's a lot of friends that could just become like high and by friends.
Yeah.
Like acquaintances type of
or like, when you look nice, I swipe up to your story type thing.
Do you know one thing I just want to focus on is life after uni?
I'm doing that at Sadie.
What you say?
I'm doing that at Sadie.
Oh,
watch out.
Yeah. But one thing I just want to say is that I like, the course I did in uni, I don't do now.
Facts. That's one thing. Like,
I know a lot of people who don't who don't do their course anymore. I don't do my course anymore. Like, I did psychology and technology. Now I'm doing now I'm a data analyst.
Bro,
where did that come from? How did that happen?
I studied law and I'm sitting in
uni. I'm not gonna lie. I went into uni liking psychology.
Yeah.
I left uni hating psychology. I want nothing to do with it. And that's the same with a lot of people. I mean, like, in uni, I feel like because of the way they teach you and the kind of things like you have to teach yourself, you kind of end up hating your course. Yeah. That's not everyone. I know a lot of people who switched halfway through the year, people who dropped out because of their course, people who graduated and doesn't do their course at all. Like, please.
That is a big reality, bro.
Nah, man.
Like, I stepped into uni thinking, yeah, I'm gonna come out, go to law school, get my training contract, become a solicitor. That's what I thought. To the point where even in first year, second year, I was still going to law firms, like, engaging in all their nonsense and all of that stuff. I get to second year, I'm just like, bun this. I get to third year, but even in second year, I was kind of like, I could still kind of firm it. Third year, no, I said bun this. Absolutely bun this.
No, that wasn't me. It was around third year that it kicked in for me.
I said bun law, bun SQE, bun wills, trusts and formalities, bun all of you, because I'm not doing law. Like, it was in third year that I literally clicked in my head, I'm not made for this. Like, I came out of uni hating law. If anyone even mentions law in my ear, shut up. I don't want it again. Don't talk to me. I don't want it because I hate it now. Even now, like, with all my parents and like aunties, uncles saying, "Oh, where are you going? You're going to law school?" No. Oh yeah, somebody I know they're doing paralegal work. No. I even said, do you know what it is? My last law is my last resort. As in, like, if I generally can't think of anything that I want to do, career-wise, I'm going back to law. That is my backup plan now.
That's not for me. My degree is my backup plan. If nothing else works out for me, then nothing else works out for me. Sorry, I can't do psychology.
Well, that's to the point where, like, I've hit rock bottom. I was like, okay, cool. I have this degree to fall back on.
Yeah, true.
But that's like, oh no, because people actually speak about, like, yeah, sometimes you come out of uni not knowing what you want to do, and I'm just like, oh, brush, that's never gonna be me. It was me. Like, I'm out of uni now, and I'm so confused.
Like, I left uni. No, I started third year with the idea that I'm going to graduate and I'm going to go to a master's within psychology and get, like, my doctorate and become, like, a doctor of psychology. towards the end, I thought, I just sat through 3 years of this course. I cannot do an extra 2 years as a master's. I just can't.
Bro, flatline.
Flatline. I can't. And now look at me. And now I'm doing data science, data analytics.
Bro,
See, what a change.
Bro.
What a change.
Bro, what a change. Bro, I even said I wanted to do marketing. I don't want to do marketing anymore.
Now for the first time, I'm genuinely something in my life that I genuinely enjoy. I don't thought I'd be a tech babe. Now I'm loving it. Not to mention there's a lot of money
in tech.
A lot of money in tech.
Maybe I should even slip in tech.
I
just don't find it interesting. I'm struggling to find something I find interesting. But do you know what it is? I feel like everyone tells me this, and I feel it as well. I feel like I just can't do words. I can't do numbers. It's not like I'm stupid. Don't get me wrong. I'm not stupid, but I feel like my life just falls into the creative scene. Like,
yeah, I think so.
I feel like it's so hard to break into. So that's why I'm just like, okay, cool. Let me have, the professional career, the 9 to 5 career. Let me do that, just to fund what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Because no. I think if I was to do something, it would be something like that involves music, something that involves media. If I was to do like the 9 to 5 thing, it will involve that. And I studied law. Law is probably one of the most. If you type in the most boring degrees in the UK, law will be top 5. I got.
Do you know what? Yeah,
the most boring degrees. Yes, let's go. I have to. You think this is a joke? Where is it? What did I say? 1, 2, 3. It's like number 5. From that to media.
F is not a serious person. F is not serious.
Brother, you think it's a joke? I told my little cousin the same thing. I said, if you do law, you're going to come out hating it. Because she's kind of like me in the sense that our mind just can't stick to one thing. So we're trying to do so much at once. And she, like, with me, I confirm education. Yeah. And I guarantee that I'll come out with good grades. But, actually not guaranteed because I actually thought I was going to flop uni, not going to lie. But with her, bro, she's just not like someone that likes education. And I'm just like, if you do law, you low-key have to like reading. Yeah. Now she's messaging me, I don't like this. I said, I damn told you.
If you had told me at the start of uni that I was going to go into doing data science and statistics, I would have called you a mug and laughed in your face. Now look at me. Do you know, it's because uni made me realise that I just don't want to do anything. I just want to make money. I really do. That's the whole reason why I literally got into data analytics, because I don't have a dream job. My dream is to stay at home and make money being pretty. That's my dream. But unfortunately, that's not realistic. So I thought, okay, if I don't have a dream job, I don't want to do anything, let me do something that makes money. Like, I'll force myself to do something that I have to force myself to do. If I don't enjoy it, tough, at least I'm going to make money, a lot of money coming out of it. And that's how I now end up doing data analytics. And do you know what? I like it. It's challenging. Because I am not a maths girly. I hate maths. I hate statistics, percentages, decimals, Excel, all this coding stuff. If you told me a year ago that I was going to do it today, I would have laughed in your face. But now, like, I genuinely enjoy it. But I like it because it's a challenge. So, like, I recently did a project where I had to help, like, a loan company automate their eligibility process. And while doing that, I also found out other stuff that they can do to improve their profits and improve, like, their loan company. At the end, because I was like, my cousin was like mentoring me, I showed her what I did. She was like, wow, like, well done. Like, you even picked up stuff that you weren't asked to do in the first place. And I was just like, wow.
Period.
This is kind of rewarding. Like wow, okay, this is kind of fun. Like,
okay.
Like, and it's going to make me money. But yeah, just the fact that I spent 3 years, spent how much money that I'm going to have to pay back doing something that I did not enjoy. Now, like, I'm doing something completely different. But do you know what, yeah? Despite everything, I think I would do it again. Because, do you know what? it was a life lesson. Like, I learned a lot. As much as I hated my course, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about life in general during uni.
Yeah.
Through all the negative experiences, I learned a lot. Like, now I can say I'm a better person for it.
No, I can't. Like, uni did change me. Uni changed me a lot. But no, I'll change in another way. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm not like uni again. One, I speak about it all the time whenever I speak about uni. My mental went in the bin during those times, and I don't think I can ever put myself through that again. I will learn one way or another, not for uni. Sorry.
Nah.
I changed a lot as a person. I grew my relationship with God.
Yeah, that's one good thing I
grew as a person, but
I learned a lot about myself in uni. A lot that I'm grateful to know now. And I can't lie, I don't think I would have learned it anymore if I didn't go to uni. And you know, people talk a lot about how you don't learn about a lot of life lessons during school. Though you don't really learn much educational-wise in uni, you kind of learn a lot of stuff otherwise. Like, living alone, I learned about bills. I learned, towards the end.
I learned bills, bro.
Towards the end, I learned about managing money. I learned how to take care of myself outside. I learned that I cannot get everything I want in terms of buying stuff. I learned how to learn to navigate life without my parents having to, because I'm not gonna lie, I grew up in a household where my parents had to do a lot of stuff for me, which I'm always grateful for, forever grateful for, and I like that. However, I also learned during uni that how to do this stuff for myself, and I liked the fact that I had that experience to be able to do that. I don't think I would have learned a lot of stuff I know now if I hadn't gone to uni. Like, before I went to uni, I didn't know shing batty about paying bills. I didn't know a damn thing. Like, I remember one time FA told me that with our energy company, that no matter how much we spend, it's sort of threshold of money that we have to pay. There's a certain amount we have to pay regardless. Even if we spend no money on energy that month, we have to pay a certain amount. I did not know that. Yeah. I just thought if I spent £0 in electricity that month, I'd pay £0. That's not how life works, dear. Sorry, you still pay for something. And there's just a lot of stuff that I've learned that I can carry on into my later on adult life. Yeah. Like, I can't lie. So as much as uni puts me through the trenches, I enjoyed it.
It is something, like, it is a life lesson.
It is, like, it really is.
A life lesson in uni.
And make sure that you take advantage of those opportunities to learn something, because you'll be so grateful for it later on. Like, I made a lot of mistakes in uni, just like in terms of like educational wise and social life wise. I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm glad that I made those mistakes because I've now learned a lot about myself and a lot from those mistakes, so I know not to make it again. And if it happens again, I know how to kind of get myself out of that. Yeah. Because being a child is very easy. You know, you have your parents to rely on. In uni, of course I have my parents, but like, I kind of had to learn to do the stuff myself. I had to learn to kind of navigate certain stuff for myself. I had to learn that no one's kind of going to get me out of this. Yeah. I have to learn to do it myself. So in that sense, I am kind of grateful for it. Yeah. Like, I learned a lot about where people think. Yeah.
Well, hence I said tiptoe. Hence I said tiptoe is uni, by the way. The tip of your toe. Because even we'll touch on it in another episode, but once you step out of uni, where I haven't even started working yet and I'm feeling the effects of real life adulthood.
Guys, do you know what thing I just don't like? It just gets more from here on out. Bro. Adulthood never stops. It just gets worse. Bro.
The reason why I say tiptoe is because, bro, money plays a big part in our lives. Whether we like it or not, but with uni, you get SFE.
Yeah. This is... Now that I'm SFE.
I don't get
SFE no more.
Bro, SFE was basically free money, essentially.
It was.
And I got bursary as well. So that was a healthy, 6A coming in for free. Quote unquote. But you have to work. You have to work.
Guys, every day there is something to pay for. Even at home. There's times where I will not leave my house and there's still something to pay for. Yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll touch on that in another episode. We have to draw this one to a close. So do you have any final statements, Ayo?
Kids, members of society, be careful. Think about everything that you do before you do it. And I think learn to plan ahead. Like, there's going to be so many. And also, while learning to plan ahead, always remember that a lot of the times things don't go to plan. And you have to be able to be the kind of person where you can think critically and think well enough that you can get yourself out of certain situations. And don't put yourself in situations if you don't have a way out. Like, I get the whole thing of trust in God in everything you do, which I do, but at the same time, God helps those who help themselves. So by putting yourself in a situation that you don't really have a way of coming out of, you're not helping yourself. And I'd say always make sure that you are the kind of person that, regardless of anything that happens, you have a backup plan. You always have a backup plan. Backup plans will always come in handy. In everything you do, have a backup plan. Even if you don't know what to eat for lunch, at least you have a backup plan. You know, have a backup plan for what you're going to eat next. Always have a backup plan, because you'll realise that you're going to rely on it so much. And even if you don't use a backup plan, you're going to be grateful to have it there. So yeah, guys, be prepared for uni. Uni is not everything. It's not everything you think it is. It's still a lot of hard work. It's a lot of time and dedication that you are going to have to put in, whether you like it or not. No one's going to help you this time. No one's going to chase you up on certain stuff. You have to do this for yourself. But at the end of the day, grab hold of every opportunity that you can. One thing I didn't do as well was I didn't join societies that I wish I did. Like a lot of like when they do like open houses for like jobs and stuff.
That's it. Basically what everything I said. But yeah,
grab hold of every opportunity that you can. That's my main.
But yeah, thanks you guys. Wow. Thanks guys for listening. Thanks I for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, so follow the 360 socials. You're following Ayo's hair page because she's saying that she's not.
Oh my gosh, no, it's not. I've literally got closed in the bio.
Anyway, so yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching and listening. I will see you again in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.